Hi there. Well, I'm here with Annie Routley, and Christmas is a-coming, Annie.
It is.
No, it's coming quickly. We're only just getting over the summer holidays, but we thought we'd tell you about Christmas musicals that CMM does.
Well, we've got 6.
Is it 6 now? My word, it's 6 already. Can you imagine that? So, what we got as the first one, Annie?
Well, I think you did this one where you were still teaching at Aston Manor School.
You know what, Annie? I was
Stargazers.
incredibly young in those days. And it was for Aston Manor School. It's a comprehensive school near the centre of Birmingham. We'd got a big choir, and we did it for the Christmas concert, Stargazers. It actually followed in the same style of Jerusalem Joy.
Yes.
So, not too long, though it says, I think 11 songs, but they're short.
Yes.
You can do Stargazers in about 20-25 minutes, I think. But I think the title gives it away. It's about the wise men.
Good.
Not too much harmony.
No, but enough to be interesting and fun to sing.
Great. So that's Stargazers, folks.
Okay. And then we've got a longer musical, While Shepherds Watched.
Yes, I mean, obviously this was a few years later. I went quite a few years without writing a Christmas musical. But we took these on tour. And While Shepherds Watch very much is a cantata or a musical of the Christmas story told by the shepherds.
Yes.
And a little bit longer than Stargazers. In fact, it's got an optional drama as well that could turn it into virtually a full-length show.
And contains a song that choirs absolutely love called Sheep. Is there anything more to life than sheep?
You know what, Annie? Sometimes when people say, oh, we did shepherds, we remember sheep, I'm thinking, that was the song that just took me an evening to write. I mean,
It wasn't about Jesus.
No. And it was the fun song, and you do need a fun song, because it's got one of my favourite songs that I've written is Come See the Beauty of the King, and that's in there. It's where Joseph invites the shepherds to come and worship
But
Jesus.
it also has your setting of In the Bleak Midwinter, which is so beautiful.
I'm very happy
Yes.
with that one. Yeah, I am.
Very beautiful.
So that was for the senior school.
And then Away in a Manger, which I know was written for Sally's infant school.
That's
your
right.
daughter, Sally.
Well, that sounds how old it is now then, because Sally, she was 6 and she was in the infant school, and 2 of her teachers, Mary Wright and Brendan Anson, both Christian teachers, and they wrote the lyrics for me. I went in at lunchtime into the staff room for many weeks and talked to them about it, and they wrote me the lyrics that were aimed at primary school children, and I wrote the music accordingly. Though I have to say, Annie, that adult choirs have done it as well. CMM.
I've done it in, well, yes, but I've done it in a day in Weston-super-Mare, and it was lovely, really lovely.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it doesn't have harmony in it, but you have children can sing it, or all age, very basic choir, but then there's a soloist, isn't there?
Yes, who sings Mary.
Yeah.
And I've written instrumental parts for it for things like violin, flute, and recorders. So all ages can be part of. Very short, I think it's about 20 minutes long. So that's Away in a Manger.
And there are instructions even for putting on a drama and put it like a school nativity.
Yeah.
So that's Away in a Manger. And I have to say, I am very happy with my setting of Away in a Manger.
Yes.
Because I think it's quite lyrical and it seems to work. So
Now we come, this is probably my favourite Roger Jones musical, is Simeon. It's very, very special to me for lots of reasons. One of the reasons is Beresford King Smith wrote the narrations and is on the album. Sadly, he passed away last year.
he was an ideal Simeon, wasn't he?
He was.
He really was. He fitted in really well. And he actually gets a bit of singing to do as well, doesn't he, in the setting of the Nunc Dimittis.
Yes, that's the other thing I love about it. It's got 3 Anglican canticles. The Gloria, the Nunc Dimittis and the Magnificat.
Yes, it has, yes. And you know what my theory on this is? Yes, we think Simeon was an old man because he said, I've seen the Lord, that's enough, Mark, I can die now. But he may not have been that old. It's just that seeing Jesus is enough. But of course he was there waiting, it says, the Bible even says, waiting for the consolation of Israel. He was led by the Spirit. At that moment, Mary and Joseph brought Jesus in. What a thing is that?
Yes.
And so Simeon, very exciting. And of course it takes us through, actually it starts in Advent, doesn't it?
Yes.
With a kind of arrangement of the old tune of Come, O Come, Emmanuel. Then we've got, have we got Come See the Beauty of the King? No, that's in Shepherds. Oh, I know, we've got O Little Town of Bethlehem.
Yes.
I love that carol anyway, the words are terrific, and we've done a setting of that in this. Beautiful.
Okay. UK.
Simeon.
And then we get to one that's the in crowd, which is a mixture of panto and real worship.
Yeah, I was going to use the word panto, particularly if you hear the recording with Devon and Katie being the innkeeper and wife.
Yes.
It's very much panto, but with a very serious message.
Yes.
But we're very excited about that because it's the innkeeper and wife expecting the baby Jesus is born in the stable, but then they're expecting the wise men, and it brings out all sorts of interesting character out of the innkeeper, who was very keen on having extra guests.
Of course, money. Yes, yeah. It has, I have to say, my favourite ever track that I sequenced for you, which is high up on a hill.
You got snow on it.
Mary came into the room when I was working on it, and she said, "Annie, I can hear snowflakes." It's lovely.
Yeah.
Great fun to do in a day. And then while we were all locked away during the pandemic, the 3 Camels came along, and none of us saw that happening.
And with the title, we can guess what it's about.
Yes, we can. It's actually based on a playlet written by Jane Hicks, who's one of our choir trainers on the south coast of England and a great friend.
Great friends, yes, for many years.
And her husband George, who's a graphic designer and artist, did all the artwork for this, and that's been fun.
Oh yeah, I mean the artwork is wonderful because you've got the 3 camels, haven't you? There's Camellia, who
you were deeply
in love with the camel Camellia, it really was. But there had to be a camel called Humphrey, didn't there? Really?
Humphrey.
And Samson's the Cockney one.
Yes.
So, and if you listen to the recording, Simon Goodger, again one of our soloists, and who comes from the East Midlands, but he what did he do with the accent?
It was like Bill Sykes from Oliver.
So 3 Camels telling the story. I have to say, it's probably one of my shorter ones. It's only got 8 songs.
8 songs.
And including a setting of the King of Love, which you think it's nothing to do with Christmas or Epiphany or whatever.
But they stop by a watering hole on the way.
And that's like Psalm 23 and the King of Love. But I actually started it, the first song I wrote for this one was the last song in the book. And it was We Three Kings, that I wanted a really up-tempo.
And the first Noel. It's all woven in together.
I'd forgotten I'd joined that in there.
Yeah.
Well, so 6 musicals, enough to choose from, enough to suit whatever choir you've got, all ages. You know, Annie, I really believe it's good to sing together.
Yes.
In fact, singing's good for you, isn't it?
Yes.
And
we've
together.
all missed it desperately during the pandemic.
And you know, I think people can form choirs just to do these musicals. You don't have to have a choir that's going on for eternity. You just form a choir, do the musical. And we at CMM would love to help you to do it. We've got the material. We can supply all of it. We can let you have discounts on quantities. There's obviously a CD for every musical, and therefore a backing track, so you can actually sing along to the CD. But I think you've done instrumental parts for every musical.
For all of them, yes. Yeah, and they're pitched at about grade 4, so that they're achievable by most people who play.
I think I could have even managed that on the cello, I think, just about that. But it means that whatever is your situation, local church, school, interchurch and so on.
Certainly for several of these there will be part learning CDs.
What does that mean, Annie?
It means that you've got the whole choir singing with the backing in the background, but your part, whether it's alto, tenor or bass, will be in the foreground so that you can learn it.
And isn't that good? Because I think some people think, oh, because I don't read music, I can't sing in harmony.
Oh.
And they can.
Yes.
How about that? So folks, contact us at CMM if you'd like to get hold of these copies. You can actually get them from Amazon, but you probably get them quicker from us. You can get a taster in all sorts of ways, including on Deezer. You can even hear the music a bit on Deezer. But best thing is you get the CD off us, and there's a special offer on every musical. There's a book and a CD for £15.
Which is good.
Which is a good bargain. Because basically, we want to see them used. We're very excited, and we'd love to hear of them being used. You know what? We can give advice online or on the phone, and if you do decide to do a production, we'll even publicise it on our websites and social media. So, God bless. Let's make music together. Okay, bye then.
Bye-bye.